Good evening, everyone. This is Yvonne Smith from Behind the Beauty and from Jnissihair. Tonight, we will be speaking to a mother and daughter duo, Patricia and Jasmine Morrison, who will be joining me very shortly on the program. So, while we're waiting for them to come in, let's just listen to this beautiful music. Hi, hello, Patricia and Jasmine. How are you?
We're good, thank you. Hello.
Hi. It's brilliant to have you on Behind the Beauty. It's been a while, really, since I've seen you in person. So we're both from Birmingham, and we are. I think the way that we are know each other because you and my auntie both used to go to Acres Green.
That's right.
Okay, so you know my sister, Auntie Ivy White.
Definitely. I love Sister White.
Yeah, definitely. So, let's just have a little chat about what you've been up to.
Wow.
Okay, so Patricia, you're a multi-talented mum. So tell us a little bit about what you've been up to. What you do?
What do I do? Wow. I suppose I have a number of fingers in a number of pies. So I am a wife. I'm a mother of 5 children. I assist my husband in pastoring the church that we have been doing for about 16 years now. When I worked as in a 9-to-5, I was in education, so I used to be a learning mentor in secondary schools. I used to do that. And then I started to do Bay. And when I started to do Bay, it was something that I was just doing because, you know, when you work in the schools and you have that whole 6 weeks off. So I would use that time to fill in and to learn different skills, tasks, etc.
So could you explain a little bit about what Bay stands for and what you did?
Yeah.
Okay, so Bay in itself is Haitian Creole, meaning butter. And as in like bay butter, yeah.
Because the product is mostly shea butter. So basically we started, so we never really, I didn't start out to do Bay. What I had, and I think you'll find this with most of the people that you interview, it's not because you went first and foremost to say, let me have a product. It's because you had a problem.
True.
A problem. You want to get over your problem. Then you try different things and different ways and means to get over that problem. And
definitely.
And that's how Bay became Bay, so to speak. My problem was my youngest daughter. Grace has extremely long and very hard to manage hair. 4C hair. It was long, it is long, it is strong. Lots of it. So you can imagine wash days in my house, it was like someone was being murdered.
Okay. How many daughters do you have?
I have two.
Oh, right. Okay.
Is my oldest, and then
Yeah.
I've got Grace, who's the youngest.
Okay.
And so it was just like somebody was being murdered. She'd be crying.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be nearly there. She'd be frustrated. I'd be
Oh,
frustrated.
no.
It was terrible because you
Yeah.
know what? We were washing. I washed her hair how my hair was washed. And
Mm-hmm.
how would my hair be washed if I wasn't sat that nicely in a
Yes.
salon? I know that's your background, where
Yeah.
you wash somebody's hair and they just sit back and
Yeah. And relax.
back, and now all that work is being done on your hair, and it's wonderful.
Yeah.
You can relax.
Yeah.
But the reality is, at home we don't have such a sink, so that
Yes.
means you are bent over the bath.
Mm-hmm.
And the water is running, and she's thinking, "Oh, I'm drowning. I don't
Yes.
know this." And then, you know, there's lots of hair, so you've got to make sure that hair's clean, or what?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to go back again and do it again.
We have some of those days when we was in the salon, though, when they used to bring all the little kids because they couldn't cope with their hair
Oh,
at home, and especially when you had sort of like a family that has a mixed race and they can't handle their hair. We used to have those sort of days too. So yes, I understand exactly where you're coming from.
yeah. So that was my problem. Jasmine's
Yeah.
hair is kind of like 4A or B, so there wasn't really any problem. Didn't really need to put a product on her hair. Her hair was fine. But Gracie's was the issue, and so that sent me on a hunt. And I went into YouTube, and I would be looking at all these YouTube products because obviously I needed something pretty heavy, oil-based, that's going to hold down her hair.
Yes.
I also needed something of a shampoo kind as well that is going to make her hair more easy to manage, so it wasn't, you know, like wading through treacle and, you know, all of the upset and everything.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, really, really interestingly, I think it was 1 December, we had this little package. Do you recognize this?
Yes. Yeah. That's my cream.
Yes. I was ready to let the cat out the bag. Yes.
Oh.
This was your cream. Now, I remember to this day, I remember when this came in the post. And I'm telling you, Yvonne, we were so excited just by the packaging. Because the thing is, you know what? We hadn't opened it. We didn't even know what was inside. But I think when we just saw it, we were like, wow, look at this. A black woman has produced this. Look at it. Doesn't it look nice? Doesn't it make you want to even open it? We were so excited.
Oh, wow.
And so you had a part to play.
Oh, thank you so much.
Journey. So it just shows you, you know what? And I know you're not at the end of your journey with your products as yet, but the fact was that you when you started, you set the bar high.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing. You didn't do it slapdash because you were just sending it out for people to try and then to feed back to you.
Yeah.
So you were actually just saying, you know what? Here is something that I am doing. I want you guys to use it, feed back to me, let me know what you think or what could be improved, how much would you pay? And you were doing all your due diligence. But apart from all of that, it was the presentation of the product. At first, we were like thinking, wow, this is amazing. So even for me, at that time again, I still wasn't thinking about doing anything, but I was excited and ready to support you. Yeah?
Yes.
So when I did feedback, my only thing was, because I've got 4C hair, and of course my daughter, the youngest one, has, then when I used the product, smelled beautiful, by the way, loved it, and it would have been fine for Jazz, but for me and for Grace, it was thinking, no, it's not as heavy. We need like something, an oil-based moisturizer that's going to really kind of hold it down.
Yeah. We're still researching, and we're still looking at, you know, how we can widen, you know, our scope with different products that we can make as well. So we're still on that journey. We're still on that journey.
And that's fine, but you know, that's just amazing how you had a part to play, even at that time, though we never knew we were going to be here. How many years?
Yeah, it's been a
couple
while.
of years later.
Yeah, it's a
with this,
few
and I
years
always
time.
held on to it, even though the product's finished. I always held on to it, and that's testament to you and to what you did. So well done.
Oh, thank you so much, Patricia. Really appreciate that feedback.
That's no problem at all. Justly deserved. So yes. So anyway, as I said, I went onto YouTube. I was there researching, trying to find out, you know, what can I do to combat this girl's hair. So I came upon Shea Butter. So I bought some. I just went to you know, the local beauty store, went and bought some. And I had two problems with Shea Butter. One was first the smell. I didn't like the smell of Shea Butter, and I'll be honest, I never liked the smell of cocoa butter either. I always felt when I put that on, I was a cake.
It's got quite a strong smell.
And I just didn't like the smell of it. And even though I could see it was a good butter, and it used to really, you could massage it into the skin, and you could see your skin was really good and replenished and great. But it was that smell I couldn't get over. And with Shea Butter, I had that problem as well. The other thing with Shea Butter that I didn't like was that it was either rock solid or it was an oil. And it was like there's nothing in between, and it's like, how do I get it so that I can get it in between, so I can just access it and just use it straight away. So there began my, you know, just getting into the kitchen and just begin experimenting, realizing what oils, and I was just using natural oils, what oils would work, what didn't, what aided to the smell, made it smell better, what didn't. And then I ended up with what was Bay Shea Butter, and we call it now Signature Bay, and that's this little one here.
Beautiful.
Just had it in it. Go ahead.
Jasmine, tell us how did you come to work with Mum to produce your products?
Okay, so basically, there were a couple of people who were saying that this should be turned into a business, because at first Mum was only doing it for our hair, basically. But it was so good. I was sharing it with my friends, and we were sharing it in church as well. People were like, "Yeah, this, like, people would buy this." So what we started, it was a bit overwhelming to hear at first, and Mum didn't really see how it was going to work. So I said, we should I'll set up the social media. That way will be a marketing device, a way for us to get out there and for people to know what we're doing. So, I said, don't worry, Mom, I'm gonna be here with you. We're gonna figure this out together.
So you're the technical person.
Someone needs to be, and it isn't me.
Definitely. So, hello to everybody who's joining us. Welcome. This is Behind the Beauty, and I've got these two lovely ladies with me. So, if you just joined, hi, and it is Patricia and her daughter Jasmine from Shea Beauty by B. So, Patricia, tell us a bit more about your journey. I know you've done loads of different things, and you've also got Patricia Speaks, which we'll talk about a little bit later on. But let's tell us a little bit more about this journey of yours.
Okay, so anyway, I started using it then on her hair. Obviously, as I said, each product starts with having a problem first. So I needed to know, is this going to work on her hair? So I'd managed to get the Shea Butter to a malleable consistency where, you know, you don't have to heat it up to use it. It's just fine, straight from the pot. And then also I kind of married it with, what's it called? With a black soap shampoo. And I use that because, again, it's got very good properties in it. It's antifungal, antibacterial. It really cleanses the scalp. So if you don't, it doesn't take too long to give the hair a good wash. As I said,
Yeah.
there's lots of hair. So the quicker we could get through this, the better. And also,
Yeah.
although people again said that there were, you know, black soap could be a little bit harsh. Again, I tempered it again with the oils. So that again,
Yes.
it was just going to be the harsh black soap if it was going to be indeed harsh. So I used it on her hair, I would say for probably about 2 months, I would say, maybe 2 months. And how I did it, I haven't brought it down here, but I'd just have her sat upright in a chair, section her hair into 4, and then I would use the spray bottle and I would wet her hair, section of the hair with the spray bottle. And then I would apply the shampoo. So then, so when I would so once I did that, apply the shampoo, and then I'd work that into the hair. So she's sat at this time, she's on her phone, she's watching TV, doing whatever she's doing.
And then you're,
you know,
massaging it into her hair.
Yes, I'm working on the hair. And then after I just got it all the way through the hair, then we just go to the sink and it was one rinse off, and that would be it.
Fantastic.
So we went through this for about 2 months, and I remember it was the end of a church service, and I was nearby, but I wasn't in the direct conversation, and someone was complimenting her on her hair, and they said, "Oh, great, your hair looks really nice," and she went, "Thank you." And you know what? It didn't hurt a bit, and I just thought,
wow.
Hallelujah. Results.
Yeah.
That's what I was going for.
From that pain and screaming and all of that tantrums, you've got something that works on her hair.
And that was my problem solved. So
yes,
obviously when I knew it worked for her, it was fine for, we all started using the shampoo, we started using the bay. But as I said, at the time, it was still just all of the natural oils were just in one shea butter. But then it got to a point when we decided that, okay, we're going to do it then to sell now. Then we thought to ourselves, well, not everybody uses shea butter on their body, and not everybody uses it in their hair. So then we thought, why don't we split it? So then we would actually have a body butter, and we'd have a hair butter. So those that want to use it just in their hair, then they would have the oils catered for that, like the lavenders and things like that. They'd have that to use in the hair. And those that want it for the skin, then they could have it for the skin. And then again, would use the aloe vera and the avocado oil and things like that for them. And that's how it's separated. And then we started to move off then, and we started to do beard balms. So, and then we started to do lip balms.
Wow.
And then of course this is one of our body butters that we do. And so our branding is it's kind of simple.
Yeah,
we like it,
but it's very effective.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's kind of what we're going for, just the white writing on the black.
Yeah,
that to be really effective as it is, and the same with the shampoo, just like that with our detail.
Somebody's just commented from Black Talent UK, a great product.
Oh, awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah.
So what kind of testing have you been through with your products?
The testing, because one of the things that we wanted to do, we didn't want to have to add any chemicals whatsoever. So shea butter of itself, it's a natural product. Yeah. All that we use, the oils, we will just use oils and essential oils. And in some of the products, we don't even have essential oils. It may be just like, say, in our lip balms, our beard balm, and it's just literally a few drops of those essential oils. So because they're all very natural, we haven't sent it forward as such to, if you're looking at what the word is it to be verified or whatever. We have just, that's just where we're coming from. So we haven't had, you know, if it had been a product that we were, messing like with chemicals. Well, I think if it had got to the point of the chemicals, I think
Yeah.
already we would have had somebody in to check it over, because
Yeah.
when you're doing something and it's in your house or it's even
Yes.
with your family members, that's one thing. But then
Yeah,
when
but
you're
when you're
saying,
selling
"Come
it,
buy my product," then
yes.
it's another thing. Now,
Yes.
eventually, we are going to get it verified, even though it's all natural. We are going to do that because, and we know that even with shea butters, they were saying that it's rare. Well, you can't really get an allergic reaction.
It's not something people get allergic to or had adverse effects from. So they are quite safe products.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So based on that, and that's where we are now, because we're small, we're growing, but we are
Yeah.
small. So we are. Jazz, she's just finished doing her master's degree. So
Oh wow. So what did you do it in, Jasmine?
Fine art.
Oh wow.
Thank you.
Wow. So how does that sort of interlink in with the business?
I suppose more from the marketing perspective. I feel like my course, a lot of it, I mean, yes, there's quite, there's the convoluted part of it as well, but mainly it's about how things look and how you present things. And so I think for sure in terms of marketing and branding and how we present Bay to the public, I think, it's very much helped with that.
So what is the next step for you? This is a message, a question from DJ G. What's the next one?
The next step, I think the next step is what we need to do is to probably be on YouTube. We need to do some videos showing people how to use the products. Especially the shampoo, because the shampoo, it is water-based. And so people are normally used to, when they're having shampoos, they're very thick, they're very you can really feel that
quite heavy.
shampoo's in your hand. Heavy, creamy, and it's already lathering in your hand, before you even apply it. But this, it's because it's water-based, people can think, oh, is there anything really in this? So they may put loads on. So it's about showing how to use the product.
So you're going to do some tutorials.
Yes, exactly that.
Good.
How to use it. And I think maybe we may do a few more travel sizes of things as well. And the other thing, we need to, at the moment, we don't have a website. We are working on that.
So is that something for you, Jazz?
Yeah, I think it is.
So we need to get that done. And I think that's going to be that will get us through probably from now to the next 6 months. Get those things done.
Well, if you want some help and support with like doing your websites and stuff like that, my son, that's the thing that he does. So you can link up with Darius, my son, as well. So he'll probably be able to support and help in that direction. So there you go. I thought I'll plug him.
Yeah, that was me thinking he was just a great dancer.
No. He does a lot of marketing, and he looks after people's websites, and that's his field. So he does a lot of stuff. Does a lot of writing as well, and made a mini film in the summer holiday. Well, in the lockdown, he did a mini film, and he's working on a load of stuff at the moment. So.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I thought I'll just get that in. So you can give him a plug too. All right. So what have you learnt about yourselves in this journey?
Wow. I think one of the things I've learnt about myself is that I had to get to a stage of just doing it.
Yeah.
Not caring much about what other people might think. What people might say. I think you just have to Nike says just do it.
Yes.
Because you can be almost standing on the brink and you're teetering. Do I do it? Don't I? Oh, if I do this, then now I've got to be thinking about this, thinking about that. And sometimes you can be thinking almost about the work, the downside, the negative.
Yeah.
as
Rather
opposed to
than the
thinking
positive.
about the positives and what
Yes.
could really happen and how well it could be. But yeah, I think it's about just what I learned about myself is I just had to get up and just do it. Sometimes I can be a bit of a procrastinator.
Yeah. So do I. So do I. I understand. I understand.
Yeah. So I'm saying, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. But then you realize that, you know what? I can't be like this. If I'm running, if people are depending on me, if I say I have a product and somebody's depending on me and they're saying, yeah, I need it now. Now I've ordered. When is it coming? And I need to be saying, yeah. Because as I said, we don't have our own website. So at the moment we're on Etsy. And so they will get, if they type in, you tell me, what do we get? How do they access us?
Oh, if you type in Bay Shea Butter, I'll even put it in the comments. But if you type Bay Shea Butter on Google, all of our information will come up, our social media and our Etsy site.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. We'll plug that again later on towards the end. We'll give it a really good plug for you.
Thank you so much. But yeah, so I think it was that part of me, the procrastinating side of me, the side where sometimes we're more concerned about what are people going to think, and it's really nothing to do with them, because I'm not asking anybody as much to help me. I'm not asking anybody for money. I'm just starting out and starting where I am. Seeing how, if you're like, in a way, yes, we did just kind of dip our toe in the water to see what would it be like, etc. But we were pleasantly surprised. I think it was June time when we had a launch.
Yes.
And that was just to get ourselves out there on social media in a bigger way. So we had, Jazz did an amazing thing with social media, a big countdown for people to know that they were going to meet the faces behind Bay, etc. And so we had that in June, and quite a few people came online. We did a Q&A, and they saw the products. We were showing them the products, showing how you could use the products, etc. People listening to testimonials, etc. And quite a few people supported and bought that day. So the customer base began to build from there. I think one of the other things we've found is that you've got to stay on it.
Yes.
You've got to stay on it.
So how much do you sort of produce on a weekly basis? You said that you do small batches. So how much sort of do you produce?
Yeah, I'm not always in the kitchen doing it, because I'm telling you, I've got so many other things to do. So I may do a batch whereby it will end up doing about, say, half a dozen of each. So I do about half a dozen of each lot, with the ones that are moving quicker especially, so that we've got them there. Unfortunately, at the moment, some of them have gone down a bit more now than that, but I'll try and do it so that we've got half a dozen, and then I might not go back for, say, 2-3 weeks. It all depends how many sales comes from that. So that's how I'm doing it at the moment.
Okay, that's brilliant. So Jazz, since you've completed your degree, what's next for you?
Well, for me, I want to do some more work in the community. So everything that I'm working on at the moment, I'm trying to figure out how can we have a community focus? How can we, how can this benefit people in more ways than just buying the product? So obviously with my own personal things, I'm trying to do stuff in the community, making like creative outlets more accessible for people with working class backgrounds. But then even with Bay, I was saying to Mum, I was like, what can we do? Like, there's so much misinformation around how to look after black hair. Like, the thing that we found out through our research was actually, no, like black hair can have water on it. Like, it's not a bad thing. But since I was a child, it was always, when it rains, run indoors. Like, so
just shrinks, isn't it?
Exactly. So it was literally just about trying to, I wanted to kind of talk to Mum about ways that we could kind of make this information public, how we can better look after our hair, because obviously the products that were available when my mum was a kid and growing up was just not designed for our hair at all. And so we are literally learning as a community of people. We're literally just trying to figure things out by trial. So yeah, we wanted to try and, moving forward, hopefully build a community in Birmingham where we're based, but also in the wider national community, just trying to spread that information and share it amongst us so that we can all kind of be empowered to look after our hair.
Yeah, I think that's a sort of misconception with a lot of Black people as well, that they will be happy to support products that comes from abroad, but not as much in which is it around you. So I think we need to just sort of send the message that, you know, there are really good products and there are really good people in England that is actually making products and are happy, you know, to teach you about, you know, looking after your hair, especially in the weather that we have. The weather that we have, it's, you know, we have cold weather, we have extremes, and I mean sometimes we can have all of them in one day. So it's having products that are really good. And I suppose this month, I know that you put something on the 1st of October, Black History Month, and you've got like a little promotion there. So tell us a little bit about that promotion.
Okay, so basically we have some stock that we are going to be selling for discounted rates. So we still need to update the Etsy site for that at the moment. But yes, we're going to try and sell everything all the existing stock out at the moment. So yes, we're going to do discounts. Hopefully that'll be beneficial, being so a lot of people have been furloughed, a lot of people have been unemployed. Also, it's freezing outside, and so it's always helpful to have a thicker cream, a thicker moisturizer, something that will kind of keep your hair
protect.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely. So you are, you know, you're part of, as we say, this month is talking about Black history, but Black history is happening every single day.
For sure.
And you are part of Black history. So, you know, people need to big up our Black people, because, you know, we are making strides into different industries, putting our footprint in the sand and really making an effect on our community. And I'm really happy that, you know, you were inspired to actually go out and, you know, make your own products, and you saw a niche in the market, and you know that you have gone out, given it a try, and you know, doing well from doing that. So I'm really proud of you guys, proud of you guys. I was extremely happy when you were saying that that I was your inspiration. I thought, oh wow.
What? Because sometimes you think to yourself, could I do that? How do you even go about
where
it?
do you begin?
Where do you start? You know, and then it you know, when you did it, I thought, well, I know this woman. I know her. Surely I could do it. And I was just impressed by the packaging. We got so excited about it. And we did. We really celebrated it before we ever opened the tin. And, you know, in a beautiful organza bag. It was just really wow. And I just thought that's amazing. So, it was lovely.
Oh, thank you very much. We've now got two different ones now. So one, which is one that I'm really celebrating my mum. So we're going to sort of relaunch, rename some of the products as well. So one will be sort of honouring my Auntie Ivy, and one will be honouring my mum.
Oh wow!
So that will be coming out. Well, we've got it already. We've all got them, but both already. We need to just really start pushing on, and you know, that's the one thing we need to just get going with those ones again. So
look forward to seeing those.
So do I.
What was that?
We look forward to seeing them.
Oh, I will send you some.
Yeah,
I will send you some. I definitely. Thank you, Carol. Hi. Carol says to say hi to you both as well. So what's next? What's next for you both? And what would you say is going to be your legacy? So in the future. So what are you going on to next?
Wow, what am I going on to next? Well, I think what we would like now we're talking about, say, in a couple of years, what we would love to have is our product in stores. We would like to have our product in stores to be able to buy them off the shelf. That's what we would like. I'm thinking, what else is there?
In the long run, we would love to kind of have a base where not only our products are located, but all Black owned, Black made hair, body, face, nails, all of that. It all is based there. There's places that Black people can go to where they can have consultations, they can receive treatment, and it's by people who are Black and know Black hair, rather than just ship it in and they don't have any advice, no guidance. They don't really know. That's a dream.
We would love to do that, honestly. I remember, I've had so many different occasions going into these shops and being sold products which are for me by people who do not look like me. There's no
that is so true. Like
you have no idea of what is going on.
Because,
I know that even if Black men owned Black hair shops, they have enough aunties, they have enough moms, they have enough sisters, and they have enough nieces.
Have long hair
and Black men do. But in other words, what I'm saying, they have people in their house that look like them, so they actually can appreciate the situation, the issues, the problems, the struggles
that we go through.
And also to be able to signpost effectively, as opposed to just selling a product for a buck. That's what I don't like. I really do not like that. So I would, as I said, it's something we have spoken about before. If we could just have so many things under one roof, I'd have a hairdressers at the top. I'd have somebody doing beauty, teaching people how to apply your makeup well. Because Yvonne, we're from the old school that came out when all people were wearing makeup, and when they had their time to try things out, we didn't get that.
No, I know. We had to just trial and error and have a play.
Some people look like a clown and some people looked amazing.
I know.
So wouldn't it be nice to have those things, Wouldn't it be nice to be able to signpost young ladies who said, I would love to go and become a solicitor. I have no idea. How do I go about this? Who is there to even have people that would be business mentors who they don't have to be there, but they've just left us their cards. They've left us. Do you know what I mean? So it becomes a real hub of activity. So it's not just a place to get your nails done. You could come out with a phone number of somebody who is where you want to be, and you can make that call. You know what I mean? So
definitely,
I would love something like that.
Yeah, but I think it all goes down to us as Black people supporting each other. And I think that's the bottom line of it. Sometimes we have Black businesses and they may charge a little bit more for something, and it's probably a much better product, but then they're happy to go down to Joe Blogs down the road because it's a few pence different. I think that we really need to start supporting each other, because that is the only way that Black businesses will grow.
This is
true. That is the bottom line, really. I think
it is because for us to get to that stage without us having an injection of cash for ourselves to put that on, then it's going to be support of people, supporting the business for what it is right now, and building it stage by stage, bit by bit, for us to say, right, we are now in that position to do that.
And
I completely agree.
And networking is really key, so that we can, and that's one of the reasons why I sort of created this space behind the beauty. So it's linking people with different people in different industries, different business, and different entrepreneurs to talk to, so people are exposed to all different people and can connect with different people. And so, you know, just watch this space, because we'll have lots of different people that will be coming on, entrepreneurs. You know, I'm trying to get different people that work with celebrities, celebrity makeup artists, beauty entrepreneurs and things like that. So I'm really trying to get linking with lots of different people to come on this space. So watch this space. It's going to be great.
Yeah, that's good. I'm just reading a comment from Carol saying, I refuse to go into those shops.
Yeah.
It's really challenging being in there sometimes. And unfortunately, because we don't have, you know, we've got this, there's a, what is it, on Facebook, where they've got all these different
black networks,
businesses. And there was one that was showing, you know, a black woman who owned her own, but I think she's in London. And, you know, you just think to yourself how wonderful it would be to be able, if they were close enough, just to go in and to support those people. It would be absolutely amazing to have that on your doorstep. Again, today I saw something of a young girl. I think she's 16 years old, and she started her shop. Her mom has, you know, helped her, and she started a hair shop at 16. Amazing.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
So so people are doing it, but we just need more of it to really, you know, for it to,
and I think it's support. I think when I was starting my own business at 18 in Birmingham, one of the things that my parents would always say is that, you know, do you think hairdressing is a valid business and something that's going to make money and all of those sort of things? And, you know, I had to prove them wrong, that it actually works. So from having my own business in Birmingham, I ran that for 8 years, then moved to Oxford, and then went into teaching, been doing that for 30 years, and been able to work in different platforms like Black Hair and Beauty Show and different shows. And, you know, I know that if you want something bad enough and you put the time in and you make the effort, the world is your oyster. You can do it. But you know, it's just pushing beyond the negativity and think, like, this is my focus, this is my goal, and I'm going all out to get it. So I'm just encouraging you as well. Just, you know, if that is your goal, just, you know, use that as part of your stepping stone to get to, you know, where you want to get to.
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much.
That's okay. So that's no problem. And Patricia, you've got Patricia Speaks. So tell us a little bit about that.
You know, Patricia Speaks. Well, that happened. Actually, it happened, of course, during lockdown. So here we are, March, so we have the lockdown. And then we're told we can't really go anywhere. You know, when it was a total lockdown, and it was just essential workers that were really moving around. And there was so much talk on social media about the situation, even within the churches, what people were saying, etc. And I suppose it got to a point where, in a way, I got a little bit frustrated. Because unfortunately the believers were almost sounding like the unbelievers. There was a lot of fear. There was a lot of almost like we don't know what's going to happen, we don't know who's going to be next, we don't. And I don't like that kind of talk. It isn't Bible talk. You know what I mean? It's not Bible talk.
Too negative.
And you know, the thing is, it's not that, you know, you're going out there saying, trying to be a hero or a heroine, say, you know, nothing can't touch me, but the Bible tells you that. It's not me saying that, it's what the Bible tells you. And I think it was a way of turning my frustration initially to say, come on, guys, let's look again at the Bible. We need to look and see what we have.
Yes.
You know, Psalm 103 says, bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all
his
his
benefits.
benefits. We
Yes.
have got great benefits, guys, great benefits. And
Yes.
we think about the children of Israel. There they are. They're under, you know, the rule of Pharaoh, and it's a terrible time. And here God sends in Moses, and the plagues begin, and you know, things happen. But it says in Goshen there was light.
Yes.
So all hell is breaking out in Egypt, but there's this little spot where the people
of light
and the lights on.
Yes.
And ain't nothing happening to them.
Yes.
And they're good, you know. And the Bible says, well, they had an old, that wasn't even under the law, but that was, you know, the Bible refers to it as an old covenant. And he says, we've got a new one. And our new covenant has better promises.
Yes.
And so I think it was out of all of that initially that I started to teach. And I started on Psalm 91.
Yes.
And I don't think I let up on Psalm 91 for a couple of months, just to hammer home what it is that we have.
Yes.
Because
all those blessings.
All those benefits. There's so many benefits. And now I've been looking at healing, and I've just been taking it from Genesis all the way up to now. I'm in the gospel. And I'm just looking at it. And every time you look at the word of God, it you know, it builds your own faith. It strengthens your own faith. But, you know, in order for your faith to get strong, it's like food. You've got to be eating it every day.
Definitely.
Bible says man doesn't live by bread alone.
Bread alone.
Every
word.
So literally, it is the word that you are living by. So your spirit man cannot get strong without the word.
Amen.
And so, you know, in this time, people have taken up new hobbies. People are doing new things. People are walking more. They're looking after their health. They're trying to eat better. They're cooking a lot. They're doing all kinds of things. And I'm not against any of that. But what I am saying is, if my faith is not strong, I need to use this time of lockdown to get it strong. Because we are by no means out of the woods yet.
No. No, because we could be even going through a worse time because we're going into the winter period.
Exactly.
And we don't even know when we are actually going to be going back into the doors of our churches. So we have to really make sure, utilize the time we have in our homes to really build ourselves up in the most holy faith.
I'm telling you. And the thing is, I'll tell you this, Yvonne, we are back in church. We have been back in church probably from end of July. We went back. And the thing is, I would find myself so wrong to be sending my children to school. When they go to school, who's in school?
True.
Who's in school? The children are all over the place. They're so close to each other. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't separate the children because the children mean they're going to be together. So as much as the teachers are trying, it's not working. So they're all together. They're close. They're doing whatever they want to do. And a couple of schools have had to shut down. Because there's been an outbreak or there's been a child that's had it. I heard there was a university, I think, that had got it. But to me, at the end of the day, I think I'm seeing COVID-19 for what it is, which is a viral infection, which is like the flu. If you look at the flu, so many more people have died from the flu year after year after year. But we have to look, there's a spirit behind COVID-19. And that's what I pray about nearly every day, the spirit that is behind COVID-19, because it's rooted in fear.
I was just about to say that. It's just fear driven, isn't it?
Yes. And it goes back. Do you remember when they were talking about SARS? They were talking about the bird flu. They were talking about
swine flu and all those sort of things.
all of these things, they come in waves. But here we are in COVID. So it's a spirit behind it that causes people to want to fear so much that it paralyzes them and they don't move. So
but I think it's also God saying to us, I want you to stop. And I've been calling you to repentance for such a long time and you're not doing it that God is saying, right, everything's going to stop now, and you have to either seek me or you're going to carry on in your old ways.
Yeah, but you know, and so I also believe we're at a time when it's going to be the greatest outpouring of the Spirit of God as well. Because if there's ever a time when people are asking questions and saying, what on this earth is going on? So many things
now.
Before COVID. I mean, I remember when Kobe Bryant died, and then there was something else that happened, and people were a bit unnerved, and then it was COVID, and then there were all these deaths that had happened. And so people are grieving, people are not even being able to really sort out their grieving properly because of how the thing has been happening. You can't say goodbye to your loved ones properly. And I think it's all this segregation and the separation, because where we are right now, our children go to school, and yet 6 of us, we can't meet together. But in the school, how many hundreds of the children are together? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
and so
that's true.
Yeah, so I think that's where Patricia Speaks came from, because I thought, you know what, I can stay in my home and speak to my husband about these things. I can speak to my children about these things, but I need a platform to speak about these things. Now, you know, some listen, some don't listen, but at the end of the day, I keep speaking about it. Because I know the Bible says there will come a time when there's a shortage of the word of God. Right now, you can hear it so much that it becomes almost, you can tune it out. But there will come a time when there becomes a shortage of that same word. And so, being as I know, that's how I live. I've got to keep speaking.
Excellent. And yes, we will be supporting you, Patricia and Jasmine. You know, God is doing a new thing, and we just have to keep on speaking out and declaring what God's put in our hearts. And we just have to do this in these, and I'm saying end times, but it's nearly there. We have to just keep speaking out about what God has put in our hearts. So we're coming to almost to an end, because we're going to be running out of time fairly soon. But there was one question that somebody was saying, apart from spreading the word and buying your products, what additional support do you need?
Oh, apart from spreading the word or buying products. I think it really, it's word of mouth. It is being on social media. It's liking what we do.
Engaging with us.
Engaging on social media. Because people have brought the products, but unfortunately then they haven't liked, you know.
They haven't reviewed the product, or they haven't kind of let us know how they found it. So we can't evolve and develop from it.
Because that's the thing, you know, you can use a product and you might say, oh, that was a little bit too heavy, like I said, yours was a bit too light. Do you see what I'm saying? But then now you're saying, oh no, we're going to do 2 different things now. So for us, I think it's about the feedback. It's about if as Jasmine is putting the things up, for people to like, to comment, that then, you know, we're speaking to each other, and then from there we can only get better as well.
But also, I would say collaborations as well, not necessarily like 2 companies come together and make a product, but I just think that for example, there was this organization that was started in Birmingham called Hair Pop, and what they did is they created this platform where all of these products, these Black-owned products, could be sold on this, and they were all based in the West Midlands area, which I think is really good. So maybe once lockdown settles, to have maybe physical versions of that, even if it is just a pop shop or something. I think things like that would be for the various Black businesses to come together and be like, can we increase our profile collectively and let people know that I think that would be a really good thing as well.
Brilliant. So could you just tell the audience your social media handles and so forth, where they can find and engage with you?
Okay, so we are Shea Butter by Bay. You can find us at Bay Shea Butter on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. If you type at Bay Shea Butter on Google, You can find all of our social media, and you can find our Etsy site. Yeah, you click on any of those links, you can find our landing page, and it has all the information on there too.
Fabulous. So Patricia, I'm just going to get you to say your last word, just a final encouragement in 30 seconds to the audience.
Okay. Well, I would just say to anybody who has a problem, whatever your problem may be, know that when you solve it, you will not only be solving it for yourself, you will solve it for other people. And sometimes when we want to get somewhere, you find that if you help other people, you will get quicker.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much, Patricia, Jasmine. I really appreciate you coming on to Behind the Beauty and sharing your knowledge and your words with other people. So we will be back again. I'll be putting up all the posters for the next person that we're going to be interviewing over the next couple of days. So come back in and tune in. We normally do it on Wednesdays and some Sundays as well. So just depending on where, you know, overseas people can link up with us as well. So thank you both. You've been absolutely brilliant, and it's been so lovely talking to you both. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you, Jasmine. And hopefully we'll talk again soon. God bless you. See you soon. God bless you. Bye.
Bye.